Few fighters in history have been as feared as Mike Tyson. The youngest heavyweight champion ever, Tyson was a wrecking ball in the ring. But in 1991, there was one man who gave even Iron Mike reason to pause: Donovan "Razor" Ruddock. In this video, we dive into their unforgettable clashes, the tension leading up to their fights, and the legacy of a rivalry that shook the boxing world. By the early 1990s, Mike Tyson was no longer the undefeated phenom who seemed untouchable. Tyson's shocking loss to Buster Douglas in 1990 had stripped him of his invincibility, but his aura of danger remained intact. Meanwhile, Donovan "Razor" Ruddock was rising fast. Known for his devastating left hook, or as he called it, the smash, Ruddock had become one of the most feared contenders in the heavyweight division. Donovan Ruddock was no ordinary heavyweight. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches with a reach of 82 inches, Ruddock had the physical tools to dominate. But it was his punching power that truly set him apart. Fighters who tasted the smash rarely lasted long. By the time he stepped into the ring with Tyson, Ruddock had already taken out top contenders like Michael Dokes and James "Bone Crusher" Smith, cementing his status as one of the most dangerous men in boxing. Tyson, meanwhile, was on the comeback trail. The Douglas loss had been a seismic shock to his career, and questions swirled about his mental state and discipline. But Tyson's reputation as the baddest man on the planet meant that every fight still carried massive anticipation. When the matchup with Ruddock was announced, fans knew they were in for a war. The lead-up to Tyson versus Ruddock was intense. Both men carried an air of menace. Tyson's camp viewed Ruddock as a real threat, while Ruddock's team believed their fighter had what it took to stop Iron Mike. Trash talk flew back and forth, and the tension at weigh-ins and press conferences was electric. This wasn't just another fight. It was a battle for supremacy. The first clash between Tyson and Ruddock took place on March 18, 1991, at the Mirage Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. From the opening bell, it was clear this was going to be a slugfest. Tyson came out aggressively, using his speed and combinations to pressure Ruddock. But Ruddock was no shrinking violet. He absorbed Tyson's best shots and fired back with brutal counters. The fight ended in controversy when referee Richard Steele stopped the bout in the 7th round, declaring Tyson the winner by TKO. Ruddock's corner and fans erupted in protest, arguing that the stoppage was premature. Ruddock himself felt robbed, claiming he was ready to continue. The controversy only added fuel to the fire of their growing rivalry. Just 3 months later, Tyson and Ruddock met again, this time at the Caesars Palace Outdoor Arena. If the first fight was explosive, the rematch was an all-out war. From the opening bell, both men threw bombs. Tyson's speed and ferocity were on full display, but Ruddock proved his toughness, absorbing punishing shots and refusing to back down. Ruddock landed his signature smash multiple times, testing Tyson's legendary chin. But Tyson's relentless body shots and combinations took their toll. As the rounds wore on, it became a brutal test of wills. After 12 grueling rounds, Tyson emerged victorious by unanimous decision. But both men had earned each other's respect. It was a fight that showcased their incredible toughness and determination. The Tyson-Ruddock rivalry left a lasting legacy. For Tyson, the wins over Ruddock were a crucial step in rebuilding his career after the Douglas loss. For Ruddock, the fights solidified his reputation as one of the toughest heavyweights of his era. After the rematch, Tyson's career took another dramatic turn with his legal troubles and eventual imprisonment. Ruddock, meanwhile, continued fighting, but never quite reached the pinnacle of the sport. Still, their two fights remain among the most memorable heavyweight battles of the 1990s. What made the Tyson versus Ruddock rivalry so compelling was the clash of styles and personalities. Tyson's ferocity and speed versus Ruddock's power and resilience created unforgettable drama in the ring. Even today, fans debate how close Ruddock came to beating Tyson, and what might have been if the controversial stoppage in their first fight had never happened. Mike Tyson and Donovan "Razor" Ruddock may have taken different paths after their rivalry, but for 2 unforgettable nights in 1991, they pushed each other to the limit. Their battles were more than just fights. They were tests of courage, endurance, and heart. And for fans, they remain a reminder of why heavyweight boxing is the ultimate theater of combat.